Today we are about to make me a quick little trailer for my old lawnmower. For every time I come home and I got about 8 to 10 bags of feed for my quail, my chickens, and my rabbits, and usually my trailer that I have here lately has been on my trailer for mowing projects. And when it ain't on there, it's usually hooked up to the little John Deere lawnmower and got something in it or something like that. Well, I came across this old dolly here, and you can tell it's an old one, pretty heavy duty. And I'm gonna make me a little trailer out of this and this barrel. A piece of metal with a bolt for the tongue right here. And then we're going to fasten half of this barrel on this trailer here. Now this barrel's had the top cut out of it. And it's got bullet holes all in it, but it'll work for what I want to do. So the first thing we're going to do is take the dolly here. It's got the little hand pull handle here. I'm going to take this off, because I don't want it hitting the ground. So I'm going to take my grinder and whack that off real quick. Now go on and buff this up where I'm going to be welding. Get that sharp edge off there. Next, before we start welding, I already put a line right down the center of this barrel. Now it's got old handles. Somebody had it for a trash can. So one side of it's going to have a little hole, but that'll be all right. I'm finna cut this barrel in half. We're going to use our handy dandy jigsaw here. Now probably what I'm going to do, cut this other piece of this barrel right here, take this end piece and put on there. So I might as well go on and cut this off while I got the saw out. Y'all can see I ain't too concerned about how straight these cuts are. Actually, that'll fit right in there just like that. And I can put me some little bolts through it to hold it together. We can do that part last. Now we're finna weld our tongue onto the dolly. Give me a clamp to hold this on here with. I ain't having much success with the clamp. If the good Lord would have made us with 3 hands, 3 arms and 3 hands, we may have been funny looking creatures. But man, you could do a whole lot more by yourself. And then I ain't got it centered after I finally got it to hold. I ain't gonna put a measuring tape on it to center, but I want it close enough that my eyeball don't see it standing out like that. I think that right there will work. Now we finna weld this little job. Alright, I think that'll hold as much as this little, I think that'll hold as much weight as I'm gonna put in this trailer. Now I'm putting me a bolt through here and I'm gonna weld it so it won't be coming out. Now guys, we ready to mount the barrel on here. I'm gonna have to come up with a solution how I'm gonna do that. See what I got in my scrap buckets. Now I think for the time being, I'm gonna get some self-tapping screws just to screw through this in place, and then I have to scratch me out some little bolts or nuts to bolt the end on. Or to be able to stack, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd probably get 5 or 6 bags stacked up in there. So let me get my little screws self-tapping, and I'm gonna just screw them on the end. Then I gotta figure out how I'm gonna fasten the barrel to the dolly there. Guys, I just got some screws here I'm gonna put in there for the time being to hold it until I come back with a drill bit and the little bolts and nuts, because I'm gonna have to cut this off, and I'm gonna do that in place. So I'm gonna stick a screw right through here. Now I gotta come up with something to fasten it to the trailer itself. And on the back's easy. On the back would be very easy because I can drill me 2 holes through this metal. That might be pretty hard because the old fella that had this must have kind of been like me. He done made something else out of this dolly. Then later on decided to do something else with it and cut it all back off. That's a thick piece of metal. I could drill a hole right there and right there. If I do that, then I do need to put bolts in where I just put them screws. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bolt that right there and right there. Then I'm gonna get me some kind of bracket to put on the front. So let me flip it over and take a gander here for a moment. Look like I need to take a sledgehammer to it right here and bend that brace down because the barrel's hitting this center brace. Just happen to have what I need to fix that. Now it sits down there like it's supposed to. And actually now I can drill a hole right here and right there, put a bolt through there, and right here and right there, put a bolt nut through there, and I'll be set up to go. Now I do have some bigger tires coming that I was going to put on here, but I don't think this needs no bigger tires for what it is. I think them right there are going to work. We'll wait and see. I ain't got my tires today. But I got some tires coming, like lawnmower tires for the front of a lawnmower. So I was going to build something a little like this, but a little different. But then I came across this dolly in this old barrel, and I'm like, well, that'll be good enough. So now let me get my drill and drill me some holes and bolt that on. That's some hard metal, guys. This is old. This is old. This was built when they was built out of good stuff. Gonna run this bit, I know that. I better look see if I got another bit. This one ain't cutting so well. Try this step bit and see if it cuts any better. Oh yeah. That step bit done it. Yeah. These step bits is handy. You ain't got none of these step bits in your arsenal, you ought to have some. But like I said, this old dolly was built back when they was built. Of good stuff. Cause that is some kind of hard. I think I need to bend these back down there where they touching. And it'll probably be easier to get the boat. If my boats is long enough. Let's flip it up now and see. My arm's long enough to reach around in there and do this. Just barely. I think I better put these top ones in before I tighten them bottom ones down. If I don't, I ain't gonna be able to do it with these short boats. Now guys, I don't know if y'all ever been nowhere where you seen these little dolly trailers made with these half barrels. People would pull the kids around in them like a train. They'd have 7 or 8 of them hooked together behind the lawnmower. Had some little seats built in them. This is where I got this idea from. I said, but that'd be handy to have one just for a little trailer. And when I seen this old dolly that dude was gonna throw away, what'd I do with the boat? There it is. I seen this old dolly he was gonna throw away. I said, I know I got an old barrel that I done picked up somewhere. We can make us one. And I imagine my little grandchildren will be riding in back of this little fella. And it's got enough bullet holes in it, it ain't gonna hold no water. That's for sure. And them are self-locking nuts, so that ain't going nowhere. And I got this bolt with a hole drilled through it, so I can put a key through it to keep that from jumping off the hitch. Now I'm finna go get me 4 more of them bolts, and I'm gonna bolt this on there and then move them self-tapping screws back out. Now, what I'm gonna do to make it easier, is go on the market right here so I can cut this while it's off. Scratch me out 4 more bolts out of my junk box. That'll make it look a little bit better, so it won't be so rednecky. Hey, I like rednecks. I like rednecks. Redneck is my way to do things. Let me see, make sure I can get my hand in there and where this is going to be. Yeah. So guys, the kids is done outgrowing the little battery powered yard toys. And I done trained them. And I know some of you seen the John Deere tractor. I'd extended the paddle so they can drive the lawnmowers around now. And they've been pulling each other in that bigger trailer. And one of them, the little girl, she's 9. She can actually drive the Cub Cadet because her legs is long enough to reach the paddle. And the good thing about these hydrostat lawnmowers, they safe, because as soon as their foot comes off the pedal, it stops. It's the best way to teach kids how to drive, and a cheap toy, just an old lawnmower. Take the deck out from under it. And I'm gonna tell y'all, after having all them little battery powered tools, I can keep a gas lawnmower motor going a whole lot easier and cheaper than I can keep them battery powered things going. Every time I turn around, there's something wrong with one of them. That's why I done got rid of the Jeep a while back. So as they tear up this time, they go into the junk, which is where I got most of them from. The only one I think we purchased new was Coach's little tractor. That's when he was a little bitty thing. The rest of them, people was gonna throw them away, and I'd bring them home, figure out, buy a part, or figure out what's wrong with it. Most time it's some kind of $15 part you had to buy. But when them batteries go out and you keep having to buy batteries, that's when I converted where I can use my rechargeable batteries here on that. Well, I had 2 of them that way. Then finally the Jeep, I got tired of fooling with. But the little side by side, it runs off one of these rechargeable batteries. Some more of that redneck engineering. But the kids love stuff like this. Alright guys, the tires came in and we're finally getting back to the building the little trailer to finish it. Now I know y'all say, well, it looked like it was finished there. Well, I'm going to tell y'all a little quick story here of what happened while I was building that trailer. While I was spray painting it, I had this thought. And I said, the kids, when I was saying earlier in that video, the kids going to like riding in this. Well, it made me think, 15 years ago, my older cousin, he had these trains pulled behind his lawnmower here, and I was painting, and I'm like, I wonder if he just happens to still have them, and maybe they growing up in the weeds or something over there. So I stopped everything I was doing that day, and that's been about 4 days ago now, for me. I called him up, I said, you remember about 15 years ago you had them trains built on them little dollies you pulled behind the lawnmower for them kids? I said, would you happen to still have them around? Maybe growing up in the weeds or something. And I didn't get that out of my mouth good. He said, yeah. He said, they down there behind the old camp house growing up in the weeds somewhere. I said, would you be interested in getting rid of them, and how much would you want for them? He started laughing. He said, you can just go over there and get whichever ones you can find, and we'll swap them out when I get my tomatoes and peppers this year. I said, that sounds like a deal to me, because he's going to get tomatoes and peppers or whatever he wants when he comes by anyway. So I went over there and I got this train right here. Now, of course, I had to come home and replace the boards here.
where your seats are, where the kids sit, and I had enough boards here to replace them that evening, and I power washed them, got all the old mold and stuff where they were sitting under oak trees and this and that, got that washed off. And then the next evening, after I come in from mowing, I'd had about 20 cans of old paint that I got out of the same old shed, this dolly here that I'm putting this trailer here on. Yep, and a man cleaned the old shed out, and he had all that spray paint, and I brought it home. Ain't no telling how many years old, but out of about 20 cans of paint, I got enough to put a little color on the train here for the kids. So that's where the train come from. All of a sudden, just a spur of the moment thing, right in the middle of doing this spur of the moment video that I just started out of the spur of the moment. But we got our tires in, and this is what I had originally had in mind. Had them on the way, just hadn't received them yet. But I got these tires, I had intentions of building a whole different style of trailer, and then I seen that old dolly, and I'm like, I can make a little quick, easy trailer out of this. So what I got here, and guys, these are nicer tires than I was expecting. These are from VEVOR Lawnmower tires, but now these are some nice tires. Now the size I got right here is 15 by 6-6. 6-ply rated, max load 595 pounds. But them are some nice looking tires. They come 2 in a set. They already got the greasable alamites in them. They for lawnmowers to go in front of lawnmowers, these here, but like I said, they sell for back tires, 0 turns, they sell all kind of tires. But these are for 3/4 inch shaft. But what's great for me on my little project, they come with your spacers, they come with washers, and they come with the little bushings that you can put in here and make them go to 5/8, which is what the little axle is on that trailer. But I was shocked at how good looking a tire that is. That's some good looking tires. So that's something if you need lawnmower tires. As always, I'll put the link in the description below this video, but you can go to VEVOR website. And guys, I got a lot of stuff from VEVOR. And for their prices, I can't say that I got anything that I don't think's good quality stuff. But there you have it. Y'all go check out VEVOR, and if you need some tires, order you some tires. Click on the link below this video in the description, and you can see what all kind of tires they do sell. But we've been to get over here. I got the little trailer drug inside the door there today because I might actually had to extend my axle. I don't know how the lighting is sitting right here, but I just cut the axle in half, took a bar the same size, and put a 7-inch piece in there. And what I'm going to do to stiffen it up, I got a piece of square tubing right here. I'm going to stick right in there just like that. And I'm going to tack weld this square tubing to each side of this frame. And then all I got to do, now I'm going to have to find me some more spacers for this, because putting lawnmower tires on a dolly, of course VEVOR wasn't expecting that, but I'll get me some spacers and put in here. I'm going to tack weld this up, and then we're going to get to putting our tires on. And then we're going to have us a good little trailer right here. So I'm going to use a piece of this same square tubing right here that axle went right through. And the reason I put that on there is since I had to splice that axle together to extend it, that just gives it that much more strength. I'm going to cut me a spacer I need. Looks like 3 inches long. Put a washer on there. Cut me a spacer. Have another washer. A tire, a washer, and then the cotter pin. So let me go cut me a spacer. So now I got my 3-inch spacer going on with a washer, my spacer, washer. Put my little reducers in my tire. I want my grease fitting to the inside, my valve stem to the outside. Put my washer on the outside, and then I just happen to have a brand new Carter key kit. Since I'm always building stuff and doing stuff, I got a box of them. Now guys, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And then I'm going to shoot me some grease in this tire. I thought I had a grease gun right here, but I don't. And way I get her hooked up. Guys, I don't know what y'all think, but that turned into a nice little trailer made out of just scrap. And I am very, very, very kind of shocked at the quality of these VEVOR tires. For the price of them, rims and all, I wasn't expecting a high quality tire like that. That tire's better than what come on that John Deere lawnmower, if you ask me. But now I got me a little trailer that I can leave hooked up to this little lawnmower now, and I won't be having to unhook one from the other one. And it's amazing how it started out building this little trailer and ended up with a whole train. Let's go take a close look at the train now. We actually gonna be having a little birthday party here this evening, and there's gonna be enough kids here to fill that up. But as you see, if you want to build you one for your kids, you don't want to cut the barrel in half. You want to leave your barrel whole and cut it out here. And whoever built this one actually heated this and rounded them up. Now, the only thing I did do different, as old as these barrels are, the edges was kind of brittle, so I took my jigsaw and I cut it out just a little bit bigger to get down below the brittle edge. And on the back here, they left the ring on the back of the barrel sticking out. And I remember years ago when them kids was riding, they said that was hurting their back because it was just an edge stuck there, and when it bounces, because these are rough riding. So I cut that off, that way they can lean back, and it's a smooth back to lean back on. Now of course when I got them, the seats there was rotted, and I had some do it. Them boards look old, but them are oak boards, so they ought to last. They'll last till coat is grown. And Lord help me, I hope I ain't got no more grandchildren coming anytime soon. But you can see the boards just cut, and when you cut them on an angle, they can't go further down through there, so I just stuck a couple of screws through the side just to keep them from moving, but they can't go down. And guys, as y'all can see out of that old spray paint, all them cans, I got enough out to put some color on the barrel, but they ain't that good of coverage. And then the last one back there, I didn't have enough, so I just used the rest of the cans that was working and made the caboose different colors. But after a while, when the kids gets here and it's loaded down, we'll get y'all a little clip of the kids having fun riding on the train, pulling each other. And guys, until then, if you like these little videos, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, helps my algorithm on YouTube. And as always, I hope y'all have a great day and a blessed week. God bless.
See y'all next time.
Colton says, see y'all next time. Alright guys, Colton and me had just come outside and I was finishing up this video, but as I was saying, hope y'all have a great day and a blessed week, as always.
See y'all next time.
See y'all next time.